Everybody, welcome. I have a lot to tell you because yesterday we had a magic day, and I'll tell you about that. But first, we're finishing the painting. Now, I signed it, which is very difficult because not only because my hand shakes, but because there's been so much layers of paint, and I had to climb over them. So Kenny looked at it today, and he said, "Mom, 2 numbers aren't showing. Kenny, could you show the numbers as I do them?"
I sure can.
Okay. See, 2024. So I'm going to redo those 2. Whoops. I forgot to do the liquid. Kenny,
Yes.
could you open that bottle next to you?
Mm-hmm. And Kathy is watching.
Hey, Kathy.
And Ed Weedman is watching, and he says, "Hello, dear Hetty. We missed you. And you too, Kenny." Thank you,
Kenny,
Ed.
my hand shakes. Could you aim for this?
Sure.
But not too much. Don't overdo it.
That much?
Perfect.
Okay, good. And then Eileen says, "Happy early birthday, Kenela." Thank you, Eileen. Love you. And Kathy says, "Hello, my Hetty."
Hi. Okay, people, this is a serious thing. Because
It's the final signing of your painting.
I need to make those letters show up. Everybody, tell the painting, sayonara. "2024.
Whoa. Audra Lynn Eckes is watching, and Fran Rosenberg is watching. Marcia says, "Is it your birthday, Kenny? Happy birthday." Thank you, Marcia. Tomorrow is my birthday.
My oldest child. No, he's not the oldest child.
The youngest.
Right. And then we're going to go to the tree. Did it show the 4?
It does.
Let me just...
Did you want to have the white in the 4, though?
The who?
The white. Oh, it may not be white, but it looks... No, it's not white. My apologies. That was just the light.
Okay.
Maybe get this line a little bit stronger on the 4.
On the 4.
Because it looks white here, even though it's not. The other line on the 4. The one closest to the 2.
You mean the 0?
No, I mean this line here.
Okay.
I think it still looks white a little bit.
It's the light shining on it.
Let's move. You're right. It is. It is.
How easy if it would have been Paige.
But I still think if you make that line a little darker and thicker, that would take care of it. That line on the 2. On the 4. This one right here. The other line.
Okay.
This one. No, this line. That line.
Let's bring the tree.
Yes.
Goodbye, baby. See you later.
Okay, you're done.
Yes.
Big moment. Yes. Okay, I need you to hold this, but you can put that away and hold this while I switch paintings. Yay! Everyone is saying yay, and there's hearts and celebration.
I'm getting to read all the things. Okay. Here we go. Welcome. Kenny, the other way.
Oh, this way? This way?
No, that way.
This way. Correct?
Right.
Okay, yes. And I can take this.
Okay, now,
Yes.
here's what we're going to do. The tree is being painted on an old canvas. The roots cannot be there, so they're going to go.
And I just want to read to you some of the things that people said.
Okay.
Should I read to you? Should I read to you what people said?
I'd love it, yes.
Do you need help? Can I help you?
Just pray. Okay.
Okay. So,
First, we're going to have sky.
and just to read to you things people wrote. Happy birthday tomorrow, Kenny. Yippee. We must all have cake. Thank you for giving us a reason. Hi, Henny. And Audra says, happy early birthday. Thank you all so much. Amy said, good call, Kenny. Kathy said, have a wonderful birthday, Kenny. Thank you, thank you. Amy said, and happy birthday to you. May this be your best year yet. I really appreciate it. Eddie says, congratulations, Hetty. Hernan's parents are watching. Hernan
Oh,
and
I'm
Fran.
so glad.
Hi, Hernan and Fran. Marcia says, congratulations to you. A beautiful work of art, for sure. And Dina says, yay, oh my God, a work of love and passion. Thank you for bringing us all along with you on this journey.
And
Paul.
thank you all of you for being here with us, because I'm destroying part of the tree because it doesn't belong on the side. This is another painting. If I wouldn't be a cheapskate, I would have bought a new canvas.
Paula Lakshan says, congrats, Hetty. This is a masterpiece.
This is going to be.
No, the last one that
Thank
you
you.
just finished.
Thank you.
Dina says, thank you for bringing us all along with you on this journey. The painting will be everlasting with all of us included.
Yes.
What an honor. Love, Dina and Jeff. And Denise Taylor is watching, and she says, happy birthday. Yola says, have a great birthday tomorrow, Ken. Thank you. Thank you all.
You know, this is difficult part, because it's going to become a sky, and I have to say goodbye to the part that it was going to be. But on the other hand, it had lost its meaning. And it is such fun to just slather the paint on.
Is it?
Yes. Now, also because I have Kenny's help, I can give him the big tube to open.
Ah. And Beth Ruland is watching.
Who? Everybody watch Kenny opening this.
You have to hold this again.
Yeah.
Hold this so that people can see the painting. Okay.
It's good to have a son who can open these things.
Oh, Eileen says, it's cool that the original roots now live under the new painting.
Yes. Kenny, can you squeeze it also?
I sure can.
No, I got it.
Okay. That's it?
Where's the cover?
Right here.
This is why artists need friends. And if it's a son, that's even better. Now, you're going to let this become a beautiful sky, but not yet. First, we slather the paint on.
And Denise says, happy birthday to me. Thank you, Denise.
You know, the fun will also be making the roots.
Yes, and now the original roots live under the new painting. That's amazing.
Yes. And let me begin telling you about the miracle of yesterday. We wanted to do something special for Kenny's birthday, and Joni came up with the idea of our going to the Museum of Natural History. And when I was able-bodied and could walk and stand, I used to go along Central Park and go into every museum for different reasons. This was different because I had to be with a walker, 4 wheels. I couldn't stand long. And the problem with being handicapped is your body does not obey. And so I dealt with it. I had my walker with me. Greg drove into the city, and Joni and Kenny were with us, and I would like Kenny to begin reading
Sure.
because it was so awesome.
This is what Hetty wrote about the experience. Sorry. I'll read this. But first, Dr. Taubman said happy birthday to me. Thank you, Dr. Taubman, and for all you do for Hetty. You are beyond. And Marcia says, I wonder if during the night next year those roots are going to come out of the back of the canvas. Museum of Natural History. First visit as a senior, now 95 years old. As a child and as a young adult, I had walked through and loved all the Central Park museums. Now, as a handicapped person, unable to walk and stand long without my four-wheel walker, my views were compromised, and I had a different world to be in. And I saw only the miracles. No longer were there sculptures and charts for me to look at. Suddenly there were walls which opened, and I walked into the universe itself. I entered a wall of sky, sat in a spaceship among stars and planets and speeding lights and shapes as if I belonged to them. And I belonged into that world because someone allowed me to be welcomed and to understand why they did so. Because now this museum transcends books and buildings and photographs of what up to now existed for learning and understanding. And other walls opened up and surrounded me. Water gushed around my feet. Fish swam around me, and a whale drifted by me. In other rooms, butterflies flew around my ears, and turtles lifted their ungainly limbs and swam through the cliffs and shapes in the underground waters. But one thing puzzled me. Death and pain caused by these shapes were not pictured or mentioned. It was explained that when one insect was created, another one for it to eat was created at the same time. Why, within the miracles of creation, was pain a necessity? Why was there no answer among the miracles? Perhaps the universe was asking for us to create empathy. Can I help you?
Kenny,
Yes.
I need you.
Sure. Got it.
I'll hold the phone.
It might not be necessary. Let's see.
You opened it. You're wonderful.
Use my teeth.
You know, my tubes are old, and oil is messy to begin with, but it is so glorious.
Dina wrote, "Beautiful revelation. Thank you for sharing those words. I guess we are supposed to evolve and pivot, having new points of view from new angles." And Eileen just asked, time for the sky color?
Goodbye roots on the side.
Yeah.
Kenny,
Uh-huh.
could you keep reading about the miracle of yesterday?
I don't think there was more.
Oh, tell your part. Tell what it was like with the fish and,
Well-
the insects, because it was a miracle.
Yeah, we moved into kind of the mystery of life, and we entered into DNA, and there was this immersive interactive room. Kids were running around like in total happiness, because as they walked, they were creating puddles and rivers of water, and it was really amazing. And the planetarium with a trip into outer space and was just breathtaking. And Hetty was moved to tears.
Tell how it felt to you, Kenny, when everything lived like that.
It was amazing. It was just so extraordinary. And
You know,
Hetty and I. Oh, go ahead.
museums meant before charts and figures made of clay or photographs, but this was different. Kenny, can you tell how the walls opened up and we stood inside?
Yes, the walls, the floors were completely immersive and interactive as we entered into the world of DNA, the world of the ocean. It was amazing, and Hetty was very kind of spiritually moved, right, Mom? Very
Yeah.
spiritually moved about vastness and about a higher power and about God and the universe.
Yes.
Susan Saft Steinberg says, "Hi Hetty, it is so nice to see you and watch you paint."
Susan was my neighbor when we lived in Oceanside.
Yes. Denise Taylor says, "So imaginative and beautiful." And Eileen says, "Sounds like a great experience, special for Kenny's birthday time."
Can anybody tell us a little bit about what the museum was before this amazing designing took place? Kenny, could you explain how you suddenly stood in the middle of a wall and water gushed down?
Yes, it was, we were going to go to an interactive art museum, but none of the big art museums were having particularly interactive shows that would have been good, especially for the younger members of our audience. So it was the Museum of Natural History that had the most fun, immersive, interactive experiences. And yeah, it was a joyful experience. It was just an absolute celebration, and we all loved it.
Kenny, can you talk about the planets
Oh.
and sitting there and watching the streaks of light?
Why don't you say something about it? I'm happy to, but why don't you start? Because that really hit you. Or are you too busy painting, so I should?
Slowly we're going to create a background for the tree.
I had asked you, do you want to say anything about the stars and that whole piece?
Yes. Shall I read it?
Well, I did read that already, but you could say anything you want about what it was like for you.
Kenny, can you open me a little this?
You want more white?
I need more white,
You got it.
and I will talk about it.
Beautiful. It's exciting seeing the new painting begin. Do you need a hand squeezing it out?
I think I got it. I need you to close it.
Yes.
Okay. You know, I've been to museums, and this was the first time I was in a place where you belong to it, museums used to mean charts and photographs and statues. This was different. You stood there and suddenly a wall opened and you were in the middle of a glass sheet and the whole world was in there. You're sitting as if in a spaceship and suddenly planets zoom by.
Yes.
And the people who created this must have been the kind of people who create miracles, because I felt that I was in the middle of space.
Yes.
And I was awestruck. And I think all of us need to know that the world is not what we think it is. It's bigger and vaster. And Kenny was teaching me his meditation, and it fit in right with meditation, because you cannot believe that a picture can allow you to enter it and be part of it. But somehow the museum accomplished that.
Yes.
It allowed you to be a part of space. And then it explained about bugs and invisible creatures. Again, with big panels of glass that opened up, and suddenly you were down below in the world where insects live.
And you have more people who said things. Amy said, Hetty, if you charged $5 a night from each one of us, you'd now be able to take a nice spa getaway with Kenny, and we would all gladly pay that. And Paula says, happy birthday, dear Ken. Thank you for tonight's fabulous videotaping. Watching Hetty paint is such a gift.
And soon you're going to see more than the sky. But right now, I have to free the painting from the parts that don't belong to it.
And Eileen says we will have to get to the museum too.
You must, because my words cannot explain the magic of suddenly being with water gushing all around you and a turtle swimming next to you. I couldn't wait to talk about it tonight, because it's worth the trip, because it's a miracle. Now I'm just covering. The magic comes later. But you know, if you think about it, maybe that's how nature is. First come the non-beauty, just the earth. And it makes you realize what lies underneath. Now here's a piece of old paint. Say goodbye to it. You know, the fun comes later. Kenny said it's time to stop. I love you all. And the tree will grow to love you also. Bye-bye. And a happy birthday, Kenny.
Thank you.